Hello and welcome to this series of short videos introducing you to BlackBerry updates and software releases. My name is Hugh Jones, Principal Channel Sales Engineer with BlackBerry, covering the UK, Ireland, Middle East, Turkey and Africa. This video announces the start of the rollout of the Alerts view in the console for CylancePROTECT customers. As with all these announcements, they can be found under Product and Support News in BlackBerry My Account, as shown on the screen now. You can configure notifications so that these announcements are pushed out to you automatically over email or text messaging. This screen shows the Product and Support News announcements. At the bottom you can see the one for Alerts View, which reads Now Available Alerts View in Cylance Console for CylancePROTECT. It's a hyperlink. Clicking on that will take us to an article with more information. And here is that article, where we have some further basic information and a description of what this new feature is. There's a link where we can learn more about the new feature, fixes and upgrade details, plus some background context as well. So for example, in this case, we learn that the US government cloud region is not currently supported at this time. Clicking on that link takes us to the BlackBerry documentation website, and here's the page on managing aggregated alerts in the Cylance Endpoint Security Administration Guide. The page gives us a lot more detail and information about this new feature, and there's further links to more information that you can read up on. For the rest of this video, I'm not going to go through the detail on this page. What I am going to do is introduce you to the alerts view in the Cylance console itself, and I strongly encourage you to do the same. Log into your own console, bring up the alerts view and have a look at some of these new features for yourself, referencing this document that you can see now. This screen shows the alerts view in the Cylance console, and it gives you, the administrator, a comprehensive view of all the alerts that are detected and correlated across endpoint security services, whether they be Cylance or those of a third party. I should point out that this tenant is a lab environment. None of the data you see is personally identifiable. I've also zoomed in so that the screen is easier to view for you. Correlating alerts in this way to one screen ameliorates the identification and tracking of threat patterns in your corporate environment. It fosters a holistic approach to the management and resolution of those same alerts much more efficiently. Regards supported products, AlertView currently supports threat telemetry from the CylancePROTECT Desktop agent. Additional CylancePROTECT Desktop agent telemetry is going to be added in future updates. If the Cylance Optics agent on desktop devices is also installed and enabled, then alerts from that source will also be displayed. Plus, we have exfiltration events from the Cylance Avert agent. Finally, while putting this content together, I realized that Mimecast alerts are also correlated into this view too. By default, alerts are viewed and sorted by priority in descending order, as I'm showing you now in the top left. We can filter on those alerts if you want to focus on a specific priority. So for example, if I just wanted to filter on medium, and there you have all of the medium priority alerts. At the top you can see a summary of what the filtering currently is. Priority is in medium, and I can delete those filters there, or over on the right click on clear to clear all of them. I just identified the supported products, and alerts from those different products can also be filtered. So let's see how we can use the alerts view to do just that. By scrolling across, you can see the product column. CylancePROTECT, Cylance Optics, and if I click on filters, you can see that Avert, Mimecast, Protect Mobile and Cylance Gateway are also listed. Protect Mobile and Cylance Gateway are not currently supported. If I wanted to view the Mimecast alerts, I can just check that box. And now there's a list of malicious phishing email attachment alerts that are associated with the Mimecast product. If I change that to be optics, and exclude Mimecast. Then all of the alerts from CylanceOptics agents are listed. Note that the sort order is still in priority in descending order. I'd really like to find those alerts from CylanceOptics that have been grouped together, and you should refer to the documentation on how we group alerts. Grouped alerts are represented by the count column, so let's look for high priority CylanceOptics alerts with a count of 4 or more. The CylanceOptics filter still applies, as you can see on the screen. So let's switch to the count column, and here we have some Boolean algebra that we can apply. So is greater than or equal to, so I'm going to click on that one, select 4, and now you can see I've only got alerts from 4 or higher. But I've still got medium, low and info priority alerts in there, so I'm only interested in high priority ones. So I'm going to change that column to be high. And there you can see, so product is in CylanceOptics, count is greater than or equal to 4, and the priority is now high. So I've reduced that screen of alerts down to the 5 that I'm particularly interested in. After reviewing these 5 groups of alerts, I can action them in different ways. By selecting one or more of the alerts, I'm able to use the new buttons at the top to change status, assign the alert, or change labels. So perhaps I want to review them at a later date. Click on Change Status, Review Required, and Apply. I'll acknowledge the pop-up to say that the status has changed. Perhaps these alerts should be assigned to someone else for review. So again, I've got the option here to assign that alert to different people. So click on Assign Alert, and then I can select from the administrators on the system. So in this case, I'm going to select my BBX Labs account. Click on Assign. Again, there's a status pop up at the top of the screen. So now these first 2 alerts are in review status, and if I scroll along to the right, you can see under Assignee, they've been assigned to myself. Let's look at another one of the alerts. Remember, these are groups, so I can also drill in and look at the individual alerts that make up that group. So in this case, there's 4 individual alerts that have made up this one group, and I can look at the details for each of those. Before I do, note that for each of these individual alerts, I too can select them, change status, assign them to someone else, add or change a label for them as well. Notice in the alert description that we've associated this particular detection with the MITRE attack framework T1059. So this first alert, the alert ID is given at the top, and we've given all of the alert details underneath. So I can drill in, look at the artifacts, look at information relating to those artifacts, all the processes, users and files and so on and so on. And finally, I can click on Detection Detail, and that will take me to the full detection on the service that provided that alert. So in this case, it's CylanceOptics, and that will open up the optics detection. And there is all of the detection details, all of the information relating to this detection. The initial alerts view that I've shown you is a summary that groups similar alerts together based on criteria such as priority, alert category, configured responses, and other key alert attributes. Future updates will add support for alerts from additional Cylance Endpoint Security services. I hope this short video has been helpful. Please refer to the documentation and try it out for yourself in your own console. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to the next time.